Hello, welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with your friends and get your game goodness each and every Monday. My name's Bill Blight. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey, Jill, I'm excited to be here. Quiet week. No massive life-changing games came out this week, huh? Unless you're a Rugby League fan, and then Rugby League 26 came out, and everybody got upset about it.
Did they? It may be shocking for you to know that I'm not up to date with the Rugby League game news.
Yeah. So it's been like 6 to 8 years since the last release.
Mm-hmm.
And from what there's a section of it's like, yeah, it's really cool that we're finally getting another game. Apparently, it's sold out in certain places, like, which is crazy for a rugby league game. But then also, like, the other end of the spectrum is people are upset that it kind of doesn't look like a massive leap from the last game, like using similar animations and graphics not being as fantastic and as you would expect as they would hope from a sports game. But seems like some people are enjoying it enough. One thing I did see was that apparently there was a day one patch for Xbox that you need to like play the game properly, and they don't know when the Xbox patch is going through, when Microsoft is going to put the patch through. So people who I saw someone took the day off, spent $120 buying the game for their Xbox, and they couldn't play it because the patch hadn't gone through.
Can't play it at all?
No.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Steam reviews. They're not positive.
Oh, well, PC players are like the hardest markers, aren't they?
I mean, I will say, for people who are like, are people like trying to compare it to like 2K and stuff? Because it's still big ant. So, I mean,
I fully expect they are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's really impressive is that Big Ant has put out both a rugby league and an AFL game in the same year. Because the AFL game came out like start of the season, so.
And that one is what? Hated on as well, or?
I would expect very simple.
Yeah. They're it's like I look back through their developer profile here. It's like Rugby League 26, AFL 26, Cricket 24, Cricket 19, AFL 23, Ashes Cricket, Cricket 22, Cricket 19, AO Tennis 2, Don Bradman Cricket 14, Lacrosse, Casey Powell Lacrosse, Rugby 25.
Yep. They know their niche. Sports games.
Yep. I wonder what drives them to do certain. You know what I mean? Like if they do like a bunch of. So there's like 3 years between AFL games, but then sometimes they do like where they're doing like several sports in a row. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they ditch a sport for several years, or they do a couple of cricket ones in a row.
When they decide is the time for the next one in the franchise,
Yeah, I wonder what drives that. All right. Nonetheless, so there's not a lot of news this week on the show, but one big game did come out, and so here's the first question. Everyone loves Donkey Kong Bananza. It's overwhelmingly loved, even I would say. I haven't seen anyone say a bad word about it. I don't know if that exists. Find me someone who hates this game.
All right.
Challenge accepted. I saw someone else. I saw someone post yesterday, though. I can't remember where or what account it was, but the whole, we're only halfway through the year, but it seems the Game of the Year contender is already chosen. Between the pitch was Donkey Kong, Death Stranding, and Claire Obscure.
Claire Obscure.
Yeah. Does that fit? Does that feel? Yeah. I mean that sounds about right. Like what
that sounds about right, but you never know. There could be some random title that pops up. Like I'm still confident Ghost of Yotai is going to be pretty great.
So there's your fourth slot. What do you got? Like one or two more? I think 6 games usually.
Yeah, usually. If Silksong drops, that could be up there.
It's coming out before
before the end of the year.
I think, was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, play it this September. You can play it in less than 2 months away at the at Acme.
Yeah, Australians.
Yeah.
I was just looking at OpenCritic. Well, looking at OpenCritic, the lowest score someone's given a Donkey Kong Bananza is a 4 out of 5. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah. So the lowest score is an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. But it's sitting third on the highest of the year. A game called Shujinko is the number 1 rated game of the year.
How do you spell that?
SHUJINKOU, which is a dungeon crawl that was released apparently back in February.
Shujinko is a story-driven, turn-based dungeon crawler that provides players with the options to learn Japanese as they play. Play through an enthralling 80-hour campaign as Shu, Jin, and Ko in a fight to save the world from the Akuma. Came out in February.
Yeah.
How many reviews is it?
7.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
The lowest is a 3.5 out of 5. That's just such small numbers, so...
Yeah, no, I think Donkey Kong...
That brings it down.
Yeah.
That's...
What's the other game? Donkey Kong's third.
Oh, Claro Obscura is at number 2.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, Split Fiction. Maybe people really love Split Fiction. That could be up there.
True. So I've played, I don't know. I'm up to like the second where you get your second power up thing in Donkey Kong.
Second world or level?
Nah, I'm up to like the 5th world, 5th or 6th world, maybe. Yeah, 5 or 6. There's a couple like between it's like the first world's small, then you get the but like I think 2 of the worlds so far have been there. Yeah, so there was like one world where it was basically there was some levels and stuff in there, but it was smaller and it was basically to guide you to the next world. And then the world before the one I'm in now was literally a world where it said, "Hey, go up the left path to go to the frozen world or go to the right path to go to the jungle world." And I've gone to the jungle world. So some of the worlds they still have a couple of levels and bananas to find and whatever, but they're very small sort of guiding you to the next major one sort of thing. But yeah, I mean the game's fantastic. I don't really know. Like I would love to meet someone who's like, this is a bad video game, because it is just the I don't know how they I would like to have known the pitch is my thing, because so same developers that we now know, same developers and team that did Super Mario Odyssey. And this is, I guess, somewhat a prequel because you have the whole connecting of the fucking what am I meant to play on a name? Pauline. Sorry.
Pauline.
Yeah, Pauline connecting it. But yeah, it's like when you picture, I guess, to set out to make a 3D Donkey Kong game, I'm not sure what you would sort of like how you vision and pitch that as, but I don't know. I just think like a game where it's like as just like let's just make something where we can pretty much destroy the entire level if you want and do whatever you want that way. I don't know how they got to the pitch, but yeah, it's really good. Basically, as you play through the game, you will I feel like you could people are probably gonna you'll see it happen when someone's like, I've sped speedrunners beat Donkey Kong Bananza in like a couple hours, because I'm sure you can just beeline it between the level. Like when you enter a new world, for example, it'll be like, go up there or wherever. Now, if you ignore everything, I'm sure you can just go up there. However, along the way, you'll come across little portals and doors that lead to the various like sub level things, the challenge levels, like beat these certain amount of enemies in under this amount of time. The side scrolling levels that they showed in the Nintendo Direct thing. Other puzzle levels where you got to find things and whatever. Like, so you come across all these things, and of course, completing them gets you more bananas. Then also across the way, you can, as you're like running, like roaming down a path as DK, of course, you can press the button to have him like pound the ground and like release a sonic boom sort of thing, and then suddenly you see like highlighted next to you over this direction. There's clearly a banana in the ground over here, and then over here there's a fossil buried beneath you. So now you're like, well, I'm just going to dig my way straight down into the earth and go find out what's going on over there. And so it's very easy to get sidetracked. It's like, go here, but spend 6 hours getting there. is pretty much what the game has been so far to me. I think there was only one clear time where usually like a lot of the challenge levels where there's like usually like one banana in it that's pretty much that you get for completing it, and then there's like 2 secret ones or whatever. I think that there was one level I gave up on. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I couldn't. It was a side scrolling level where it like I got the first banana, I got the last banana, and then clearly there's another banana I'm missing like halfway through the level, and I could not find it. And I just I'm like, I'm not going to spend 10 hours trying to find this. But otherwise, I do keep getting sidetracked doing them all as I'm playing along, and they're a lot of fun. The other thing that I think works weirdly well in this game is the costume stuff, which is quite fun. Not only is it fun to see DK and Pauline in these all different costumes and stuff like that, but the game, you will change them up. You won't like just stick to the same one throughout it, because it's like in the first area's got like water around it and stuff, so you can get a costume for DK that says you move faster in water and you can upgrade it and stuff. But then as you get further into different levels, there's like no water, and there's like a costume that says it does the same for like mud or stuff like that. So you will want to like change up the costumes. It's not just a for fun sort of shits and giggles sort of thing. And Pauline's costumes, at least so far that I've got, they all affect and change up in his Bonanza transformations, where he turns into the big Kong or the ostrich or the zebra or whatever. Okay. I can't remember all that sort of stuff. So it's like her stuff will be like upgrade those costumes, and those transformations will last longer, I think, is the core thing. So but then obviously depending on which Bonanza one you're transforming into more, you maybe want to change up her costume to change that as well. I'll say that the other thing I've found quite weird is like you wouldn't expect much of a story, I guess, in this game, but I mean the game literally starts as DK's just looking for bananas. Like there's everyone digging, they're looking for bananas, and then the big bad group like set off some black hole that like drags everyone underground, right? Then as per the Nintendo Direct from last month or whatever, it's like for the first level you find this rock creature that's talking to you, and you play through that entire level with the rock creature, and then by the end of that level, after you beat the first boss, it's revealed that inside the rock creature is Pauline. Shock. So now Pauline teams up with DK, but I've been surprised just how much Pauline talks, and even talks to and tries to like build a relationship with Donkey Kong, which may lead into the theory that we kept joking about over the last couple of weeks, that he was never the bad guy. They're friends the whole time. But you can go like throughout the level, the world even, you can find these different people that will build you. They'll be like, oh, for 100 gold, which by the way, you get so much gold in this game. I have no idea why they even bother trying to charge you anything for doing anything, but they'll be like, oh, for 100 gold, I can build you a little base here or whatever. So it'll have a record player where you can change the music that's playing out of it, and you unlock new songs as you play for the game. It'll have like a place where you can sleep, and then if you go out of your way to unlock more and more of these throughout one world, eventually they'll allow you to like have a shop dealer in front of it and stuff like that. Also, the more you unlock, the more health boost DK gets after he has a nap. So it's like I think in the last world I was in, I had like 10 across the whole world. I'd had 10 of these places. So it's like every time I took a nap, I got like +6 hearts to my health, and you only have 4 hearts, so it's like over double what my normal health is. But when you go sleep in these things, it'll do like a little mini interaction, and none of them have been the same to me so far, where it's Donkey Kong goes to sleep, Pauline goes to sleep, and then it'll like the screen's black, and you'll just hear Pauline will pop up and be like, DK, are you awake? And then you can pick a reaction for DK, which is like grunt or because he doesn't really talk. And then whatever you pick, Pauline will say the most random shit. Sometimes she'll be like, I was just thinking we're on the edge of a cliff face, and what if I accidentally ran off in my sleep? Like the most random shit sometimes. And she's like, or another one, she'll be like, I'm scared, DK. What if we can't get home? Or like it's you get to see all these little interactions between the two of them as every time you sleep, which I was like, oh, they're really trying to build up this whole relationship between Pauline and DK. So Mario's going to turn out to be the bad guy at the end of this game. Which, yeah, I mean, it'd be very funny to me. So, I mean, I did see, I don't know if you've, so I saw people saying that, stay away from spoilers for like the last level, and I've no idea or no context for, is that because the last level is just so like gameplay, visually,
impressive,
great that you want to see it for yourself, or do they narrative-wise do some wild shit at the end of the game? So,
yeah.
But I have seen a few people posting like the last level, the last couple levels are pretty good. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm loving the game. I think it's very, very good. I do think it does that that perfect mix of, if you don't want the more challenging levels, you just ignore them. You just play through the main worlds. You can smash up the ground. You can spend hours and hours destroying the entire level if you want. Just destroying every fucking mountain and ground and whatever else you find. But if you want to get all the bananas, I have no idea how many bananas there are in this game, but I swear I think I've already got like 150 or some shit. So
yeah,
I don't know how, it's ridiculous amount. Also, the other reason to get them, every 5 you get a skill point. So it's like I've already fully upgraded my skill that if I ground pound, it like collects it. I've got the widest range and like collect everything around me. So like any gold, any like whatever, like any stuff.
Yep.
Similar. It's like I that was the
just
first
auto collects or whatever.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to tap that button to have DK pound the ground. They like auto collects from the widest distance. I got that fully upgraded, and then the next thing I fully upgraded was the other part of that, which is the sonar. So now I can see the furthest distance with my sonar to find the bananas and stuff. So, what have you seen from? Have you been jealous?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, everything that I've seen has been very positive, and a lot of people have been very happy. And calling this the spiritual successor to Mario Odyssey, or like this is the Mario Odyssey for Switch 2. So, which is crazy considering when we first saw it, we're like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Lower expectations, I guess, or lower expectations than, it's a Nintendo first party game. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that obviously it's hitting with a lot of people, and like, obviously we were super impressed with that direct that they did like a month or so ago that deep dived into the game. So
I think that's a big difference, though, that Nintendo Direct where you got to see more of what the actual game was, and everyone was like, wow, this looks great, compared to every other trailer or time they'd quickly shown it in the Direct prior to that. It was they were literally just showing like basically the prologue level where it's just DK in a mine and you can fuck around a bit and destroy some stuff or whatever, but it wasn't really showing what the game actually is.
Was.
Yeah, they only just a month ago in that Direct revealed Pauline's part of the game, and she's the other main character. So
I mean, to put it in perspective, when the Switch 2 was revealed, which do you think was going to be the high-rated game, Mario Kart World or Donkey Kong Bananza?
Well, World, yeah.
So and it's Bonanza, it's high-rated. So
yeah, I mean, even when yeah, again, even that like 15 minutes, I got to play the Nintendo Direct 2 event thing. It was literally just the start of the game, like just that mine thing again, And I played it and went, oh, this is fun. Like gameplay wise, hey, this is cool. You can destroy this much or whatever. But in my mind, you're still going, what's the actual
point?
What's the point? Yeah. What am I doing? What is the game here? So they weirdly held their cards close to their chest on this one, to really close to the release date. So, I'll say something else. I still think releasing this a month after was the right choice. I actually don't think that there was, even if this was ready for launch day
one,
I think spreading it out was still the right choice. Because as much as some people have complained, the numbers show people were still happy to like that Nintendo Switch. It's still sold out, and they've now able to spread out their game releases, and they're not going to run out of stuff as soon because they dumped everything on launch day. So,
yeah, I mean, I mean, financially, business decision wise, good work. Just drip feeding stuff, and people like feel like they can save up and buy the next title by the time, and that kind of stuff. I'm sure people would have liked to have more stuff to start off with, but I think it's been proven this is the best way to launch a game console. Like, don't blow all your content day one.
Yeah. So it's also like, I do think there's also something just to be said for, you sort of force people to play certain things. So it's like if they launch only with Mario Kart World as their like exclusive title, obviously, it's like everyone's playing that. You've now got everyone playing that. You've got everyone talking about that. Some of the people are dipping off to play Zelda, the Nintendo Switch editions, and whatever else, Yakuza 0, whatever stuff. But everyone's coming back to Mario Kart World. And now, a month later, everyone's now everyone's playing Donkey Kong, and everyone's talking about Donkey Kong. There's no mixing of. Whereas if this had been a launch game, you would have been seeing that mix of player base and people talking about it, and I would have been scrolling through TikTok, and you would have seen like a DK video and then a Mario Kart World video and something like that. It would have been mixed, whereas you've basically had a month of nothing but fucking people obsessed with Mario Kart, and now it'll be like a month or whatever obsessed with Donkey Kong. So and then next month everyone will get obsessed with Drag and Drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna have the one. As big of a
It's gonna be as big.
Yep. Can't wait. Actually, I'm very keen to play the game, but it was actually a lot of fun. I keep making fun of it, but it was quite fun. All right.
You challenged me to find some people who hated this game, right?
Yeah. Okay. You got.
So I went to the number one source of haters.
Okay.
Google reviews.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I mean, it's predominantly like 5 stars for this game, but there are a few 1-star reviews. A Michelle L says, the camera gave me bad vertigo. The game glitches out when you dig into a corner. Perspective goes wonky. Sometimes the terrain I'm holding disappears. The fact that I'm just button mashing everything gets old fast. Pauline's voice music is annoying and just bad. I liked it better when she was a rock that talked like a robot. There's so many moves and power-ups, it's just confusing. Some are awkward to control. But being open world, it's very go here, do this. DK's character redesign looks cheap and poorly thought out. A terrible intro for the Switch 2, which seems exactly like the first Switch to me. Overpriced late tech junk. Inshittifying for more dollars. I'm depressed. This is the future of Nintendo. The last remaining good game company previously. Doubt I'll finish it. Wish it was a side-scroller. And then Nave Walls said the first half of the game has the workings to be game of the year. Until you reach the second half and it becomes evident Nintendo pulled a Nintendo and forgot to care about the second half of the game. Not to mention how ungodly playable and in liquids are. For example, any lava, if it has a pixel left, can and will kill you. Unplayable and unfun. If Nintendo puts a fraction of their effort into the second half as they did the first, this would be the best game in 2025. Also, no need for that many bosses at the end, with the respawn points being a mile apart from the boss start. Sad Nintendo can never pull this ship together. And Jeremy H said, "What the fuck? After breaking rock for 3 hours, I could not take it anymore. This game is so repetitive, it makes the game weak and gets boring as hell. The camera can be a nightmare at times also. What the hell was Nintendo thinking? I hate that I spent $75 on this hideous excuse for a game. Thank you for absolutely destroying Donkey Kong for me for the Switch 2. From now on, I'll wait about purchasing a game on the release date. So disappointing. What a waste." Although my favorite review that I saw was a 3-star one.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Also, I just want to know, my favorite thing so far is any complaint about the repetitive stuff. It's just someone like staring at the objective off in the distance and going, "No, I have to destroy everything first. I can't leave. Why is this game so repetitive?"
Here you go. 3 stars from The Rook. Middling for an adult. The break everything mechanic becomes one-dimensional very fast. I can see this being a blast for kids up to the age of 9. If you're a neckbeard, take a deep breath and pass.
What's that mean?
Why is it called a neckbeard?
I don't get it.
I don't either. It seems 3 stars. So yeah. Not everybody is in love with this game, Dylan.
Yeah. You
there are weirdos who don't know how to play video games who didn't like it.
You've completely shut me down.
Yep. The funny thing is, you look at all their profiles, there's like one review. Well, the first one also gave Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness a 1 star. There's the 2 reviews on their profile.
Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness and Donkey Kong Bananza.
Yep.
Both 1 stars?
Both 1 stars.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, let's move into a couple of news stories. So, not a lot, but firstly, continuing on the Nintendo train. So, Zelda, the upcoming Zelda film has cast its Link and Zelda, both relatively unknown actors. So we have Benjamin Evan Ainsworth playing Link. I've put down he's most known for playing Miles Wingrave in The Haunting of Bly Manor, and then was the voice of Pinocchio in the 2022 live-action remake for Disney. And then Bo Bragson played the supporting character Disney's Renegade Neil, and most recently co-starred as a vampire in the Radleys. She will be playing Princess Zelda. What do you think of the casting, Ash?
I think there's 2 people and they're going to be playing those roles.
Yep.
Can't say too much because I haven't seen much of their work. I mean, the thing that strikes you first is like, wow, they're going very young. Like all the names thrown around were like older people. So clearly they're going for that YA, I guess, audience maybe. Or like, I mean, it's very realistic to the characters in the video games that they're around that age, I believe, right? Other than technically sometimes being older because they get like frozen in time and that kind of stuff, but
depends. So
usually about
Link
this age,
adult Link, or
giving themselves a lot of room for sequels and stuff. So
here's my thing. They've cast them so young that the actors will age fast, right? This is the problem. So this movie is coming out.
Well, he will. He's 16. She's 21. She'll look 21 for ages. Probably.
Yeah, he's going to age fast. Him between now and 6 years from now, he'll look a lot.
Unless he's already had his growth spurt, you don't know.
But that's the only thing I worry about because the movie's supposed to come out. Is it 2027? I think is that the fucking I forgot where it's. I think it's 2027. If they put it out right and it's a huge success and they want to do a sequel, I'm just worried about like them aging too fast if they're supposed to be playing children. But I guess the alternative is if they do like if they're trying to do maybe they're in the first movie they're younger, they're like the child teenage versions of the characters, and then in a sequel they would be the adult versions. I guess that would work better because they're going to age up into being able to play the adult versions of the characters. But yeah, that's the only other thing that I'm intriguing of. And then the only other big question I have for this movie, well, actually, yeah. Firstly, Link's going to be talking, which is going to be very weird. But then I really
you don't know. He might be mute.
There's no way he's not talking. No fucking way. I do want to know if they're going to... I would love, because presumably the villain will be Ganondorf. I would love to know if they're going to do that as someone in a costume or a full CGI character.
CGI. I fully expect, you know. Remember, it's Wes Ball doing this movie, who is just coming off the latest Planet of the Apes movie, so
yeah,
you know,
it's true.
Comfortable with CGI.
Well, no. So maybe motion capture then, right?
Yeah, mocap, but like it'll be a CGI character. Yeah, yeah. You would expect that would be a big name actor. Okay.
I would. Yeah, I'm expecting that to be the big name actor to help. Like have a
sell the movie.
Touch. Yeah. Well, I do feel like if in all their meetings they're saying we don't need big name actors because Zelda can sell itself, I would say that's sort of fair.
That's true.
I think Zelda's a big enough. My mum knows what Zelda is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, probably a good example is obviously the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. Not really any big name actors out. You know, I mean, Nick Frost and Jared Butler are pretty big names, but
yeah, they just sold that in the property.
They sold that on the property.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that the same here. But I wouldn't be surprised if the actor playing Ganondorf is the semi bigger name. Also, just someone to help, an actor to help. Sometimes in these movies, they like to have a more prominent adult to help
mentoring figure,
mentor the younger kids. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't obviously. There's all these rumors about what actors people wanted to play, and all these sorts of things. But when they announced it, and it was like two, like basically unknown
younger people, that we like, oh, that makes. I was like, I guess it makes sense.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I have no idea. I
can't have that young kid swooning after Hunter Schafer.
Yeah. Maybe Hunter Schafer can play Ganondorf.
Let's see. Looking up the article that we did ages ago.
Yeah, who
you said Robert Longstreet.
Okay.
I said Winston Duke. Ganondorf.
I mean, I'm fine with my choice still. Are you fine with yours?
Yeah, probably not as big a names.
No, they're not big enough names. That's yeah. Oh well. Can't always be right. You were right about Superman, you know. Can't always.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's your claim to fame currently. So,
yeah.
PSA Pokemon Presents happening this coming Tuesday, the 22nd, 10 p.m. Keen for that. Nintendo posted out an image earlier this week of Pikachu doing a DJ set, and apparently that's just going to be the pre-show of him doing a DJ set. But I don't know. What are we expecting? I'm expecting just more in the upcoming Legends game, obviously. Yep. I wouldn't be too surprised. Wouldn't put it past it if we got a tease for the 10th generation game at the end. And by tease, I mean like
we're working on it.
Tease, like little tease.
What's this Pokemon that we've never seen before?
Maybe a Pokemon we've never seen, but no name, no information. Just who the fuck is that sort of thing? Because it's the is it the 30th next year? That's all. Yeah, so 30th next year anniversary Pokemon. Everyone, I think, rightfully is assuming that the 10th generation Pokemon game would release the same year as the 30th anniversary because that probably makes the most sense. But that doesn't mean they can't, and especially if they wanted to release it in the first half of next year, which they might. They usually put them out towards the end of the year, but there's no reason they couldn't tease a little something in this. But yeah, otherwise I'd expect. I'm expecting Legends game, some Pokemon Go shit, another couple mobile games no one cares about. I don't know. What do you reckon?
No, that sounds about right. You know, maybe some crazy peripheral. You know, like maybe some new peripherals for the Nintendo Switch 2 that are Pokemon flavored. You know, here's the Pokemon ZA Switch 2 Pro Controller. Stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe some weird, wacky new mobile game that nobody thought they would possibly do. And then updates for all their mobile games.
Pokemon Sex. Before you turn on this app now and then Pikachu will watch and you'll earn points. But the more you fuck.
So... trying to think where do they get the eggs from in Pokemon?
Incubators. No. Daycare.
Yeah. Pokemon daycare. Do you put your Pokemon here and then eventually they'll fuck?
Yeah.
You get an egg.
If you put some Pokemon in Pokemon in a daycare in the latest Pokemon game, and then you sync that up to the Pokemon Go plus thing, and then you put that under the pillow while you fuck, the incubation will be high chance of shinies.
Yep. Or how they've got all those
you got to remember to turn Pokemon sleep on after you.
Yeah. Or how they've got all those Pokemon, those Tamagotchi like apps that make go like I'm so sure you've seen like it's like, oh, I did like 5 push-ups today and like that helped my bird or whatever. Do that with Pokemon.
Yeah, they might. Tamagotchis are all the rage again. So
yeah.
Have you seen this? Tamagotchis are on a return.
Maybe new Pokemon Stadium. Because they obviously did with the Nintendo 64 games on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, here's Pokemon Stadiums. So maybe you're like, hey, we're working on a new Pokemon Stadium.
I mean, Pokemon Stadium, the last one they put out on, was it Coliseum? Whatever it was called. There was one on Nintendo Switch that people still play. Whatever.
Which is weird because when you think about it, it's kind of obsolete. Considering that all the graphics inside a proper Pokemon mainline game now are the equivalent of Pokemon Stadium, which was the draw.
Yeah, that was the draw, yeah.
So maybe they go the opposite way and you're playing 2D.
Yeah. I remember like at the last, it was the only thing, whenever they have Pokemon Worlds on, like I'll happily put on and watch any of the games, competitions, other than whatever it is, Coliseum or whatever the fuck it was. The one time I had it pop up, I was like, I don't get it. Like, how is this any different than
in Pokemon? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't get
it's like an element of randomness to it.
Yeah, maybe. Final news story for this week. So apparently Battlefield 6 is leaked. Games Radar writes, who would have guessed Battlefield 6 is titled, wait for it, Battlefield 6. According to a leaked promo package similarly sent to some content creators, with all the rumblings and leaks, rumors there, an official reveal from EA should be too far behind. Content creator Doom49, who is definitely getting blacklisted by EA after this, posted and then quickly deleted a giant crate that publisher EA allegedly sent them. The silver package was wrapped up tight and had the name Battlefield 6 clearly printed on it. And if the post was to be believed, it would be the first time EA has officially confirmed the title of the new FPS. So apparently there's a bunch of other stories that apparently EA is planning a 3-day event. I think the last week of this month. I think it was like between the 29th something to. But apparently they're getting a bunch of content creators together. They're going to all play the game, whatever, stuff like that. My favorite thing about this story though is how I reckon this dude's done this, and presumably now is in a lot of trouble, is that I reckon this box has arrived in the post. He's freaked out going, oh my God, reaction, better post on social media. Taken a picture, uploaded it, right? Put phone down, undone box, taken lid off, whatever's inside. Then there would have been a piece of paper that said, embargo, please do not share this until said date. He's then freaked the fuck out, got back and deleted it. And I think the moral of the story there is sometimes, just
take your time.
Just, take the picture, maybe unbox something, and then, check. Or if you've got a giant box for an unannounced video game, maybe look for details.
Yes.
Maybe look for a little bit more information on what's happening there. But, yeah. So I mean, I like Battlefield. Can't see what the new one is, but Battlefield has definitely been losing the Call of Duty fight for the last several years, but also because they seemingly keep trying to fight Call of Duty instead of just doing their own thing, which is what people preferred them to be doing. So we'll see how all that plays out. All right, that'll do it. This week's episode of Arcade Couch. Of course, there's no comments, questions, concerns, how you're feeling about DK, whatever the hell else we talked about, Zelda casting. All on the social medias at ExplosionNetwork.com, on Blue Sky, at other places at Explosion Pod, at Explosion Network. Check out the website, ExplosionNetwork.com. News, reviews, great things over there. And until next week, where we'll be back talking about Pokemon Presents.
Pokemon.
Yep. And maybe even the reveal trailer for Battlefield 6. Stay tuned. We'll see you there next week. Same time, same couch. Goodbye.